I'm an inspection.
Good afternoon, Huron.
Yes, I'm an inspector. I think the court just came in.
Huron.
uh, what was I going to ask you? I forgot. I'm working with a computer here, trying to get into our Zoom. Uh,
So what kind of flowers did you wind up getting? What kind of flowers did you wind up getting? What kind of flowers did you wind up getting?
Hmm.
Your Honor, I believe we're ready.
You've spoken to Mr. Harris already?
That was just he and I on the phone, Your Honor.
This is 230392FT. This is State of Michigan versus Damani Harris. May I have your appearances, please?
Your Honor, for the record, Jeffrey Bowditch appearing on behalf of and with Mr. Harris. Mr. Harris, could you tell the judge your name for the record, please?
Damani Harris.
Thank you, Mr. Harris.
Your Honor, today's the date and time set for an arraignment. We'd waive form of reading, stand mute.
Mr. Harris, are you able to hear Mr. Bowditch just now?
Yes.
Do you understand the reason we're here and the charges you face?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Harris, you have an absolute right to be represented by an attorney in this felony matter. If you're unable to retain private counsel through your own resources or that of friends and family, the court is able to appoint an attorney for you. There is a petition for court-appointed attorney attached to the front of your file. I have signed that. You will be assigned an attorney going forward. It will not be Mr. Bowditch. It will be someone else who relies on the information you've provided to be in contact and communication with you. Sir, you also have a right to be considered for pretrial release. There is a recommendation from Huron Township that your bond be set at 10,000 cash due to the fact that you tried to flee police and resist arrest, that you have 13 outstanding warrants, that you advise that you're currently on probation, that you have multiple weapons-related arrests. Mr. Bowditch, what say you to this recommendation?
Well, Your Honor, Mr. Harris is a 22-year-old individual. He presently resides at 1200 West Outer Drive in Detroit. Your Honor, he's been there for 6 years, so he has ties to these communities. He does have a good job at MST. It's some sort of manufacturing plant where he's an inspector in line to be a supervisor. So he does have a good job, Your Honor. He is on probation. He's been on probation since 2019 with no violations. The probation would be out of downtown with no violations. He understands, and he'll allocate this to the court. He made a serious error in judgment, and he's very sorry for it. That's the first thing he told me. He said, "Mr. Bowditch, I messed up. I should have never done that." And I realize he has 13 outstanding warrants, Your Honor. I believe those are all traffic related. So I don't think he's a danger to the community, Your Honor. With his ties and being no danger, I think maybe a personal bond might be considered.
Thank you for your argument, Mr. Bowditch. The court will depart from the recommendation made by Huron Township. It will not be a personal bond, though. It will be 10,000, 10%.
Your Honor,
Based on the.
I apologize, Your Honor. Might the court consider 5,000, 10%?
No, sir.
All right.
Respectfully, the police, that's why I say, Mr. Bowditch, the court appreciates your advocacy, but based on the fact that the police department has been clear by placing on their recommendation twice that he tried to flee the police, resist arrest, and has these outstanding warrants, is currently on probation, and has multiple weapons-related arrests, he is a public safety concern. So his bond is set at 10,000, 10%. His next appearance date will be Wednesday. You're welcome, sir. Will be Wednesday, June the 14th at 8:30 a.m. back here with me in courtroom number 1. Again, this case number is 230392 FT. Next appearance date, June the 14th at 8:30 a.m. on Zoom in courtroom number 1. Anything else this afternoon, Mr. Bowditch?
Nothing.
Can I say something? Can I speak? Your
Mr.
Honor,
Harris, I would advise you not to speak about anything that happened on June the, what is it, June the 3rd? But what else is it that you wanted to say, sir?
Your Honor, that bond is pretty high. I do work. I do have a job. I do have everything. I have some money in my property. I don't have $1,000 in my property. I was asking, maybe could you, I don't know. Never mind.
You know, Mr. Harris, it's not never mind. We can take this issue up again on June the 14th, but for right now, all the court has are allegations. And the court is already departing from the recommendation made by the police department. Mr. Bowditch has been quite zealous in his advocacy for you regarding the bond, but when the police indicate to the court that you have outstanding warrants, that you have gun history, and that you're already on probation when you allegedly committed this act in Huron Township on June the 3rd, I set the bond the way it is for right now. If we need to revisit it on June the 14th when you're here for your PCC, your attorney at that time will take it up with the court. Okay?
Yes.
Anything else, Huron?
No, thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Have a good afternoon. Thank you, Mr. Bowditch.
You too.
Thank you, Your Honor.
This court stands adjourned.
I called my parents.